Emulate Prophet Muhammad in fostering unity. Holistic approach to enforcement of Tahfiz centers. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. Mutual respect, the feelings of love and justice based on Islamic principles form the recipe for solidarity and harmony in the administration of the country comprising various religions and races. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, in his royal address in conjunction with the national level of the Maulidur Rasul 2019 celebrations, says the Prophet's administration emphasized on the feeling of love amongst each other and universally could be used as a major example to generate solidarity amongst the people.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam juga telah menunjukkan pada kita satu resepi yang utama dalam mentadbir sebuah negara yang berbilang bangsa dan agama. Ini jelas dilihat bila mana rakyat Madinah yang terdiri daripada masyarakat Islam, Kristian dan Yahudi telah berjaya disatu padukan di bawah pengurusan dan pentadbiran yang berpandukan kepada toleransi dan syariat Islam.
The king also expressed confidence that the government would always adopt approaches that would preserve the rights of the various religions and races, besides continuously assisting the weaker group. At the same time, continuous efforts must be made to control radical ideologies and any form of action that could jeopardize national harmony. Before concluding his speech, Al-Sultan Abdullah called on everyone to appreciate and practice Islamic teachings and make the Prophet as a role model in life because his fine morals could preserve a self-personality to become a respected race. Data development Sharia law expert Dato' Daud Muhammad was today chosen as the recipient of the 2019 Maulidur Rasul Premier Award. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah consented to give away the award to Dato' Daud at the national level 1441 Hijrah Maulidur Rasul celebration at the Axiata Arena Bukit Jalil in Kuala Lumpur. The Sharia law expert received a cash prize of 50,000 ringgit, a trophy and certificate of appreciation. Dato' Daud, 84, who was born in Kota Baru, Kelantan, received his early education at the Arabic School Indra Putra, Bachok, Kelantan and Madrasah Al-Falah, Makkah, as well as Saudi Al-Ma'amad Al-Ilmi Al-Saudi, Makkah. He is the Kelantan Sheri Chief Judge since 1989 until the present. 4 other recipients of the national level Maulidur Rasul Award this year each received a cash prize of 20,000 ringgit, a trophy and certificate of appreciation. They were academician Professor Dato' Dr. Asma Ismail, social activist Tan Sri Lee Lam Tai, Hospital Mesra Ibadah founder Dato' Dr. Khalid Ibrahim, and humanitarian activist Muhammad Azmi Abdul Hamid. A holistic approach should be taken in regulating and supervising Tahfiz school operations in the country. Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said to address the issue effectively, the related laws would have to be tightened in ensuring that the Tahfiz centres are registered so that parents could identify the approved schools.
Pemantauan ni mesti kita tingkatkan. Bukan saja ni kita yang pihak penguasa, tetapi yang berkeliling tu dan juga mereka-mereka yang nak hantar anak ke tahfiz ini mestilah sekurang-kurangnya cek dulu boleh ke tak boleh ke, elok ke tidak elok, sebab apa, dan juga mendaftar ke tidak, supaya kita dapat menangani ini secara berkesan.
She was met after the national level of the Maulidur Rasul 1441 Age 2019 celebration at Axiata Arena in Bukit Jalil. Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Azizah was commenting on the death of a Tahfiz pupil at a centre in Lancang, Temerloh on Thursday, who was found with bruises on his body. Meanwhile, Health Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad, when met, said the post-mortem report would be known soon. The Ministry of Human Resources is ready to take over the recruitment process of foreign workers currently handled by the Home Ministry. However, according to its Minister M. Kulasegaran, the matter will be left to the Cabinet to decide. Speaking to the media after attending an event at the dialysis centre in Bercham, Ipoh, Perak today, Kula said the transfer of the responsibilities was proposed by the Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission to improve the system in recruiting the foreign workers.
Keputusan untuk membenarkan pekerja masuk tahapnya, statistiknya adalah di Kementerian Dalam Negeri. Maka kita perlu membuat perbincangan dengan mereka dan juga selepas itu Kabinet akan membuat keputusan.
MACC on Wednesday said the Ministry of Human Resources should take over the task as the ministry knew more about the jobs available to foreign workers. Now, 30 Vietnamese women who were serving as guest relations officers or GROs were detained by the Perak Immigration Department during an operation at a nightclub at Jalan CM Yusof Ipoh last night. State Immigration Director Kamaluddin Ismail said apart from the Vietnamese citizens aged between 22 and 35, 2 local men aged 40 and 63 years old, believed to be employers, were also arrested. Elaborating further on the matter, Kamaluddin said intelligence reports revealed that the nightclub was recently relocated and had been operating at a new site for 3 months. He also said that the nightclub was formerly at Jalan Yang Kalsom, where 17 GROs and the same employers were previously arrested. The State Immigration Director added that preliminary investigations found that the GROs had violated Section 6, Subsection 1, Subsection C of the Immigration Act 1959-1963, Act 155 for not having valid travel documents, and Section 39B of the Immigration Regulations 1963 for misuse of the social visit pass. Coming up, Pakatan Harapan still strong in Perak. That story in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. A pilot cheated death when his gyrocopter crashed at Felkra Berhad Jejawi, Kampung Gajah near Pasir Salak this morning. Perak Tengah OCPD Superintendent Barudin Wariso said the 29-year-old pilot, identified as Muhammad Zakwan Hakim Mazlan, escaped unhurt in the 10:25 a.m. incident. In a statement today, Superintendent Barudin said the aircraft was carrying insecticides meant to be sprayed at the Felkra Seberang Perak paddy fields nearby, adding that there were no passengers on board. He said the Civil Aviation Department had been notified and the aircraft was taken to the Felkra Seberang Perak office for further investigation. The exact cause of the incident remains uncertain, but is believed to be due to a technical problem. Now, Pakatan Harapan Deputy President Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says the Pakatan Harapan government in Perak is still strong, with component parties still working with each other to govern the state in good order. While acknowledging the existence of a few problems in terms of communications, he said the PH government in the state still prioritize a strong spirit of cooperation amongst component parties to further the state's development and prosperity.
Bukan saja Menteri Besar, tapi rakan-rakan dalam kerajaan yang ada daripada parti DAP, Amanah dan juga PKR akan terus membentuk jalinan kesefahaman untuk membolehkan usaha-usaha yang nak dilakukan oleh Menteri Besar, rakan-rakan dalam kerajaan di Perak itu dapat dilaksanakan.
The PH Deputy President added that he was confident that Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Ahmad Faizal Azumu, along with his colleagues from Bersatu, PKR, Amanah and DAP, would continue to enjoy a good understanding amongst each other. Yesterday, a video clip went viral on social media featuring Datuk Sri Ahmad Faizal apparently stating that he was fighting the DAP camp alone in Perak. He's alleged to have made the statement recently when campaigning alongside Carmen Sardini, PH's candidate for the 16th of November by-election for the Tanjung PI parliamentary seat in Johor. Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal Azumi meanwhile is steadfast in maintaining that his remarks were taken out of context in a video clip that has gone viral. He said the viral 6-minute clip was only a snippet of a 20-minute long conversation. Now, speaking to reporters after the state-level Maulidur Rasul celebrations in Ipoh, Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal, who is also the State Bersatu chairman, explained that the whole conversation was about his way of getting voters' support for Pakatan Harapan.
So it was out of context. They were trying to portray about what the candidate Haji Karman has said before, but somehow some comments about what I've said about the component parties and some of our friends in the cabinet was raised.
Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal said this when he was asked to comment on a video clip of him lamenting that he is fighting a lone battle against DAP in the state. The National Disaster Management Agency or NADMA has provided 20,000 food kits worth 1.4 million ringgit for flood relief operations as Malaysians brace for monsoon season towards the end of this year. NADMA Community and Social Development Chief Assistant Director Abdul Aziz Muhammad Abidin said, now the agency has collaborated with a Federal Agricultural Marketing Authority or FAMA in providing the food.
Jadi pada fasa pertama ni kita telah sediakan 20,000 dan jika kita tengok dari segi statistik itu makin meningkat, maka pihak FAMA ready untuk membuat penambahan pengantaran bekalan-bekalan makanan, kit makanan ni kepada mangsa-mangsa bencana terutama di pusat pemindahan.
He said this to reporters when met at the 2019 Monsoon Season Preparedness Program at Sekolah Kebangsaan Sri Rantau Panjang II in Rantau Panjang. The program is in collaboration with Islamic Relief Malaysia and various non-governmental organizations that are actively involved in providing assistance during disasters. 3 officers from the Ministry of Housing and Local Government are placed at Selected People's Housing Projects or PPR to help raise community awareness on cleanliness, place management and income generation. The officers are placed at the Selected PPR on a full-time basis and they are tasked with running the Muafakat Community Secretariat, which will be set up at the PPR involved. Minister Zuraida Kamarudin said the ministry acknowledged the level of public hygiene and place management amongst residents at PPR nationwide was still low and that the officials were assigned to lead them in managing the aspect. She said the ministry aimed to set up such a secretariat at 10 PPRs this year and at 20 PPRs next year.
So di bawah dasar Komiti Negara, kita membentuk sekretariat muafakat yang ada pejabat di sini yang akan dipimpin oleh pegawai KPKT sendiri untuk memberdayakan masyarakat di sini bagaimana nak jaga harta benda mereka, jaga kebersihan, keselamatan dan juga meningkatkan aktiviti ekonomi dan juga gotong royong.
She was met after launching the Eco Community #Trash2Cash program at PPR Bagan Jaya, Butterworth. Other than Pulau Pinang, such secretariats have also been established in Selangor and Kelantan. On to sports. National defender Muhammad Shami Safari won the Best Goal Award at the AFF Suzuki Cup at the ASEAN Football Federation or AFF Awards Night in Hanoi, Vietnam last night. To add icing on the cake, the 21-year-old Selangor player was also selected into the 2018 AFF Suzuki Cup Best 11, which includes 2 other national players, Muhammad Shamir Kuti Abah and Nur Sharul Idlan Talaha. Now, Football Association of Malaysia FAM Secretary General Stuart Ramalingam received the award on behalf of Muhammad Shami. Now, Malaysia continued their impressive run at the 2020 Asia Football Confederation or AFC Under-19 Championship qualifiers by trashing Northern Mariana Islands 10-0 in Cambodia yesterday. Kedah's 18-year-old Muhammad Aiman Afif Ahmad Afizul became the team's hero when he scored 4 goals for the national team in the Group G match held at the National Olympic Stadium in Phnom Penh. Malaysia, playing without sensational striker Lukman Hakim Shamsuddin, took the lead in the 7th minute through Muhammad Aiman Afif before Hazim Abu Zaid added another goal 2 minutes later. Before the breather, Brad Maloney's side added another 2 goals through Muhammad Aidil Azwan in the 20th minute and Fahmi Daniel in injury time to comfortably lead at 4-0. Within a minute after the break, Muhammad Aiman Afif further punished the small islands country of the Pacific Ocean, while Fahmi notched his second goal 10 minutes later and Muhammad Firdaus Ramli converted a penalty in the 64th minute. Malaysia continued their goal-scoring spree through Muhammad Azrul Haikal Ramli in the 66th minute and Muhammad Aiman Afif in the 74th and 79th minutes. From the 48 teams competing, only 16, comprising hosts, Uzbekistan, 11 group champions and 4 best runners-up, 5 if Uzbekistan wins Group F, will qualify for the final round in Uzbekistan next year. Malaysia will next meet Thailand on Sunday. And that item in sports concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, emulate Prophet Muhammad in fostering unity. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more news updates. I'm Adrian Seed. Thanks for watching.